Hey guys, today I wanted to share with you an easy recipe. I am doing stuffed lasagna rolls, and I've also done this with stuffed shells. So you can use either lasagna noodles or the stuffed shell noodle. I forgot what they're called. I don't know why, it just completely slipped my mind. But stuffed shells, just that round, it looks like a little seashell. So what we're gonna do is I have already cooked up my lean ground turkey. And I just did this on the stovetop for just a few minutes. I seasoned it with some Italian seasoning, and I use the extra lean ground turkey. You can use chicken for this. You can use just vegetables if you don't even want to use a meat. I'm also using some vegetables today. I'm using zucchini and spinach. You can add in whatever vegetables you'd like. If you want to do carrots, squash, zucchini, spinach, kale, completely up to you. Just add in whatever vegetables you like, and then the meat is optional. So what I did was I went ahead and boiled my lasagna noodles. I'm using about 10 of them today. So I have some here and then some placed over there. And so I boiled these, and then I rinsed them, and then I laid them out on a parchment paper just so they could dry out. So I have that, and then in this bowl I have about 15 ounces of ricotta cheese. So I picked this up at my Italian deli. You can buy this at the market, wherever you would get it. You could get it at your Italian deli if you have one in your town. But I have 15 ounces here, and if you don't want to use a full fat, you can use like a low fat, reduced fat, any kind of a ricotta cheese, but it's 15 ounces. So I have that in the bowl, and then we're going to add our meat. So I do have the oven preheated to 350 degrees, and then what I'm going to do is transfer my bowl. And I will let you know all the ingredients as we go, what I'm putting into this bowl. So I have the cheese here, and then I'm adding my lean ground turkey to the cheese, and then I'm just going to mix this all up. And like I said, the meat is optional. You can just add vegetables if you'd like, and not have a meat source in here. So I'm just going to mix all of that together. So the next thing I'm going to do is add our vegetables. So I'm going to use about a half a cup of spinach and shredded zucchini. So we're just going to place that into our cheese mixture. And then again, we're just going to stir this all together and mix it up. This is something that you can make ahead of time. You can do this in the morning and leave it in the refrigerator and just pull it out right when you get home and put it into the oven. And you're just going to have to bake it for about 30 minutes. So this is something that you can get ready in the morning, put it in the fridge, and then put it into the oven in the evening. Or you can make it the evening of. It doesn't take long to do. It's just a little bit of prep time. But I like to make this ahead of time. I try to do as little as possible come the evening time. So I try to prep everything either the night before, the day of, early in the morning, just so I don't have to worry about it in the evening. Because sometimes we get so busy, we're so exhausted, and by the time dinner time rolls around, you're like, ugh, do I really have to cook? Do I really want to cook? So I try to get this kind of stuff prepped early in the morning just so I don't have to worry about it in the evening. So it just makes it easier for me, but really it's just personal preference. So I have everything mixed together. I'm going to add just a dash of sea salt. We don't need very much, just a little sprinkle. And then I'm going to add some ground black pepper. And then I'm going to use 1 egg. And you're just going to crack your 1 egg into the bowl. And again, we're going to mix this all together. And then I like to add a dash of nutmeg. It's kind of like, I don't know, I like the taste of it. Even when I do stuffed shells, I really like the taste of nutmeg. So I just do a dash. Really, it's like just a smidge. But it really kind of makes a difference when you bite into it, and it's that flavoring. I love nutmeg in like my lasagna. I like it in stuffed shells. I do a butternut squash lasagna that I really like the nutmeg in. So you don't have to do the nutmeg, but I just did a little sprinkle. The next thing I'm going to add is a 1/4 cup of fresh Parmesan cheese. So I'm going to put that in and mix it around. So now we have our mixture all completely mixed up. We have the vegetables, I have the meat, I have the seasonings, so everything is in here mixed. What we're going to do next is you want to get a baking dish. So I'm going to set this up front here. And what we're going to do is spoon a little bit of our sauce. Now for the sauce, you can use tomato sauce and season it up however you'd like. I did pick this one up at Trader Joe's just for convenience. It is the organic vodka sauce from Trader Joe's. I like this sauce. It's pretty low in sugar. It's not too bad. But I use this one. I trade them off sometimes and I'll use tomato sauce and season it the way I'd like it. But I'm going to use the organic vodka sauce for this recipe. You can do it either way, even if you just want to use a marinara sauce, that's fine as well. If you want to make your own marinara sauce. But what we're going to do is just spoon a little bit of the sauce on the bottom of the dish, and then we're going to start to stuff the shells. Fill it up, and then I try to go just directly in the center of the shell, not stuffed shells today. And I like to do just a little spread down the lasagna, so you just kind of keep it center. As you roll them, some of the filling sometimes slips out, and that's fine. Try to get it into your pan quick enough, and if some of it oozes, it's fine. But what we're going to do is just down the center, and then we're going to roll them. I do it about 3 times, like a kind of a flip. So we will get started on that. I'm going to go ahead and put some of the sauce in my pan. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a little stir, and I'm going to just spread this out a little bit onto the pan. And you just need a little bit just to get the bottom of it a little wet with the ingredients. Okay, so we have our sauce in the bottom of the pan, and then now what we're going to do is just go ahead and put our filling onto the center of our lasagna roll. So I'm just going to put about, I guess, 3.5 spoons. So you're just going to kind of like press it out onto your lasagna noodle like so, and then you're going to take this, and I like to fold it just kind of like once, twice, and then I take the little lip on the bottom and fold it over, and then I'm going to place it with the fold side down. So I'm just going to put that there. And some of your noodles may break while you're soaking them. That's fine. You can kind of piece them together. So you're just going to just keep spreading the filling out and then roll it over. Okay, so I have my rolls stuffed, and so the next thing I'm going to do is just put the sauce. I'm just going to spoon it over to make sure each one has it, and then I'll just take the rest of the jar and just pour it on top. I was going to say throw it on top. I'm going to take the jar and throw it on top. I'm going to take the jar and just dump the rest of it on the noodles. So you just want to make sure that the noodles are completely covered. And then what I'm going to do is take a piece of aluminum foil and cover the top of the lasagna noodles. I'll cover the top of it with the aluminum foil, and I'm going to bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. And then as soon as I'm done topping this with the sauce, I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of mozzarella. I'm not a huge cheese lover. I'm actually really not a huge pasta lover, but I have people in my life that love pasta. So I try to make it every once in a while, but I'm not a huge pasta lover or a cheese lover. I never have been. I think I take after my father because he's the same way. I can give or take pasta noodles. So I'm just going to sprinkle a very little bit of cheese, about probably 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm just going to sprinkle on top just so it'll melt down, and then we'll be all set to go. So your dinner will be almost ready. So it's nice to have it done if you do it in the morning, because if you come home from work or in the afternoon, whatever you're doing, it's nice to have this pretty much already prepped ahead of time, and then you can just throw it in the oven and bake it. So while you're winding down, decompressing from your day, this could be baking in the oven, and then dinner's ready, and you could serve it with a side salad, a little bit of bread, whatever it is that you like to go with your Italian food, and then that's it. It's really simple. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of fresh Parmesan. I'm probably not even going to use the full amount that I told you, because like I said, I'm not a big cheese lover. I've never really been a huge fan of cheese. So that's it. So I'm going to put a piece of aluminum foil, and then I'm going to bake it for 30 minutes. So it'll be out in just a few. Okay guys, the lasagna is out of the oven. I baked it for 30 minutes at 350 degrees. So it's all ready, and just serve it up with whatever you like, whether it's bread, a salad, or just like this alone. But there's a variety of things you can do. Change out your vegetables, change out the meat, change out the different sauces. but they're really easy to make. It's just very little prep time, and like I said, if you're like me, prep it in the morning. I like to get things done and out of the way, so in the evening all I have to do is just plop it into the oven, take it out, dinner served, and don't really have to worry about it. So it's really good to make, and you can make extras. You can have them for your lunches throughout the week or other dinners throughout the week, or it's even nice to make these and freeze them. So you can make them ahead of time, put them in the freezer, and then you'll have meals prepped, you know, for the next coming weeks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!